Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. I just got back from a short holiday in Mozambique, and when I turned my computer on again, I noticed a lot of messages about the Abyss client being hacked. Of course this happens the one time I go away. Anyways, today I want to take a look at what actually happened. I've spoken to the group behind the hack and to the Abyss client devs. It is kind of hard for me to prove anything as a third party, but let's take a look at both sides of the story and then you can build your own conclusion. But before we get into the video, I have to shout out the legends that support this channel. If you want to support the channel and join these legends, consider looking at the channel memberships down below. Thanks guys! A few days ago at the time of writing this, a video titled abyssclient.com was posted to YouTube. In this video, the group behind the Abyss client hack showcased themselves logging into the Abyss admin dashboard. Here they show that they can create Abyss client licenses, they can view activity logs, and they can view user information. They go on to show the HWID info of a few accounts and their respective usernames. In this video's description, they have the following credits listed: NVC for getting an account with privileges, Mama Vegeta for dumping the database, and Railhack for writing the latest version. This rightfully caused a bit of chaos in the Anarchy and Hack client community. This was made worse by people claiming that the Abyss client now had malware inserted into it. A few people sent me screenshots of an announcement made in a popular Anarchy community server. This announcement stated,
"According to the information we received, Abyss client is ratted. Do not download and do not use the Abyss client. In addition, the Abyss client's website has been completely hacked. This means that a lot of information, such as passwords, weeds, and IP addresses of all Abyss users have been leaked."
This post was followed by some screenshots of the admin dashboard and a link to the video I mentioned earlier. After watching the video myself and seeing the hackers log into the admin account, I immediately started looking for the hackers' Discord accounts to ask them some questions. After some digging, I found their Discord usernames and I was added to a group with everyone involved. Here, I got to ask them a few questions. I was told that 5 people were involved in the hack, and when I asked why they hacked Abyss, I was told,
"We just had the opportunity and we took it."
Slightly confused by this answer, I asked them how they gained access to the Abyss admin account, and I was told,
"Percules ratted one of the Abyss admins named Frost."
I asked them if they could tell me more about this rat, and they told me,
"It's a rat that is going to stay undisclosed. We were not targeting anyone in specific, he just happened to be someone that ran it."
Next, I asked them what permissions the admin account had and what they were able to do while they were logged into the account, and they told me that they could
change jar hashes, change file links, and upload new files. Abyss devs claim this is not possible, but it was just them doing a form of damage control, because they don't want to lose sales.
After hearing this, I asked them if they had ratted Abyss, and they said,
"Yes, Percules did rat Abyss."
I asked the hackers how long they had access to the Abyss admin panel, and here is what they said.
"We lost access around 11 days after the rat had been planted."
Lastly, I asked them if they had access to Abyss client usernames and passwords, and this is what I was told.
"We found some doxes of Abyss members and admins, as they used their real name as their PC username. I'm not going to show you proof, because if we give people room for doubt, it will keep our logs active for a longer time. But I will send you some logins from the database."
They then proceeded to send me a list of usernames and passwords. I have blurred the passwords here for obvious reasons. To be honest, at this point the hack sounded really bad, but at the same time I was still a little skeptical. Nothing of real significance was shown in the video they released, and there was no way for me to prove any of their other claims. It is worth noting that I did ask for more proof, but they were not willing to share any more information on anything. So I decided to get in contact with the Abyss client admin and owner Zed. To start, Zed released a public response to the hack in the official Abyss Discord server, where he stated,
"They got an account with admin only in the web page, not in the whole server. They couldn't update files, only managing users. Delete, modify, view some information, not everything. Also, IPs, emails, and personal info were not visible for admin accounts, so personal related info is not leaked at all. The only info that was leaked was the Abyss username, Minecraft account name, and some hardware and software information used for the chubby weed, as you can see in the images. Abyss is still safe to play.
This is seemingly a reasonable response if what he claims is true, though remember the hackers claim that he is downplaying the severity of the hack for sales purposes. I asked Zed a few questions about the hack. He told me that it was indeed Frost's account that was hacked, but he does not know how they gained access to it. Apparently Frost has been very inactive, not playing on Anarchy servers or even Minecraft for the last year or two. Zed also told me that while the hacked account did have admin privileges, with how their permissions are configured, the admin account is configured more like a moderator. The account could only view HWID data, a small amount of user information including account username, Minecraft account, and alternate account usernames. The only real damage they could do was to generate Abyss client license keys or to delete existing accounts. Zed told me that even this was not so bad because daily backups are done and any damage done could easily be reversed. This is a very different story from what the hackers told me, but we'll get into that later. I asked Zed how long the hackers had access to the admin account and what the hackers were able to do while they were logged in. He told me that the hackers had access for longer than they should have. He went on to explain that shortly after gaining access to their account, the hackers generated 20 new Abyss client license keys. This immediately looked suspicious, but Zed decided to rather message Frost and waited for his response before taking action on the account. Zed told me that no additional suspicious logs were created in the days following this, and this made him believe the creation of the license keys was a mistake. Zed then told me that someone created a new support ticket and claimed to have hacked Abyss. Unfortunately, the devs thought this was all LARP and took no action. This may seem crazy from a third-party perspective, but I actually kind of understand this. There is so much LARP and fear-mongering spread in the community. People are always claiming to have token logged someone or that there was a rat in some popular client. So when something like this happens, it's kind of unbelievable. After telling Zed that the hackers had sent me a list of usernames and passwords, I realized I could try to verify the information that the hackers had sent me by trying to log into these accounts. None of their accounts worked, most of them returned user not found, while a few of them returned incorrect password. Zed later told me that there was no possible way for them to see passwords. He did tell me that they could have manually changed an account's password or username, which could in theory let them log into any account, but this would be pointless. They would not be able to gain any additional information in doing this. They would essentially just be able to play Abyss on another user's account. And even if they did this, Zed would be able to reset everything by reverting the server to a backup, so now we can see both sides of the story. And I have to admit they are very different. Let's now assess all of this information and build a conclusion. The hackers are claiming that they ratted an Abyss admin and stole his admin account login information. They claim that this let them dump their Abyss database, giving them access to personal user information including emails and passwords. They also claim to have added a rat into the Abyss client itself. While Abyss claims that the admin account actually had moderator permissions, not admin permissions, and that the hackers could only generate license keys, change user passwords and usernames, and view some additional information about users' computers from their HWID. Oh, and their alternative Minecraft account usernames. Right off the bat, I notice a few problems with the hackers' claims. First of all, why would they tell people that they added a rat into the Abyss client? Why go through all of the effort of adding a rat if you're going to warn people that it is there and stop them from running the rat? I actually asked the hackers about this and they told me,
"The reason we came out telling people it is ratted is because they found out we were on the admin account and it had already been removed from the client."
This could explain why they told people that there was a rat, but it still seems a bit strange to me. The next thing I noticed is that they claim to have been able to edit and upload jar files, but in the screenshots that they shared themselves, there is no edit option, only a download option. In some of the other screenshots they shared, like where they can view changelogs for example, there is actually an edit option. Here they could have updated the changelog information for each update, but not the actual files themselves. So while they claim they could edit and upload jar files, the very screenshots they shared say otherwise. If anything, this adds to the doubt of them actually ratting Abyss. How could they rat the client if they don't even have permissions to edit and upload files? And lastly, when I tried to log into some of their accounts from the list of usernames and passwords that I was given, I mainly got back invalid username. This makes me think that the list is legitimate, but likely from something else entirely. So now, let me tell you what I personally think happened. Please keep in mind I may be wrong here, there is no real way for me to prove anything, So to start, they obviously did hack and gain access to one of the admin accounts. I believe this let them generate Abyss client license keys, edit usernames and passwords. It also let them view account information. This information included Abyss usernames, Minecraft usernames, Minecraft alternate account usernames, and some general information on every Abyss user's computer from their HWID. I do not personally see enough evidence of a rat being added into the client. I also don't personally think private information like passwords were leaked. As for the current state of Abyss, I don't see a problem with running the client right now. The hackers told me that they lost access to the admin account, and they claimed that they mentioned the rat because it had already been removed. Zed also claims to have removed their access and reset everything to before they logged in, so both sides seemingly agree that Abyss client is safe to use. With all of this said, I think the most concerning part of this entire story is how hackers gained access to the admin account. How did they rat him if he has not been active in the community? Unfortunately, this is again something I am not able to answer. My best guess would be that they ratted him a while back and only realized recently, though again, this is just a guess. What do you guys think of all of this? Do you agree with my conclusion? I'd love to hear your own thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and maybe even consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. I have been your boy Kylab. Peace in the Middle East.